What is up, boys? Void of Dust Gaming here, and here comes the postponed Enzo video. Me playing Enzo for, I don't know, the third time. I haven't played him that much, and what I want to do with this video is to compare him right now and then have some plays with him, and then we're doing some Enzo advanced gameplay later on. This is just for a fun game. I'm not doing that much, not that many kills, and I can tell I just want to share my experience with the beginners out there. This is not a pro video, just to explain it in the first 30 seconds, because as I said, I haven't played Enzo that much, so I can just briefly talk about him. And I think he is one of the mechanically most difficult heroes in any sort of ways, because it's all about the timing and it's all about the positioning, and that's something that I need to learn. So what comes on first is basically the problem that you have in the jungle creeps with the chain. You really have to position yourself well so that the enemy lands in the kind of greenish area so that they're not resetted. So for you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, if an enemy, if a jungle creep walks away from his or her base too far, then it is walking back and it will get some health back. And it will regenerate health till the health is full again. So that's kind of something that you want to avoid to the fullest, because it actually withdraws you and it will hinder you doing something, and that's gonna cause a lot of problems. Like, that could have been the first kill if not for Scud. Would have been a little bit greedy here. I don't know what he did there, and that is great gameplay here. Scud is killing everyone, and I can't master him. I should have thrown him, and that's what I said, like, or should have moved towards him, and now I need to be away and not get killed by Richter, because that's something that I should avoid. But that was quite okay for Scud. He's got some kills under his belt, so there we go. Yeah, as I said, that chain, the positioning, that is something that you need to learn, that you need to practice a lot, especially the stuff when is the health of the enemies low enough so that you can kill them with the throw and the next damage that you are going to cause. Like I did here, ideally would have been to throw him away and then kill him with the next hit. That would be the ideal world that you're living in. From the build wise, I have played him with, I think, what I call the crit build, or it is the usual Skewer one. But if Enzo crits, he's gonna crit for 3,700 up to 4,300 damage, which is quite a lot. And I played a game yesterday where I was actually playing 22 minutes, and it was just too long to put it here on YouTube, because you guys are not watching 5-minute videos, so why should you watch videos that are longer than 20 minutes? There is no sense in doing so, so I just decided to go in for another shorter video, 14 minutes, briefly talked about it. So yeah, here we go. We did a little bit of a we wanted to disturb the L'Oreal a little bit. That would have been something important. Abyssal Dragon is killed here by our enemy, and I did not realize at this point of the game that I did not finish Rankbreaker. I wanted to go for the crit. So I think this is the crit build already. You guys are gonna see what build I use, because I'm gonna put it in the comments below. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to guess, because I'm just gonna indicate what's going on. And here comes the chain. And that was what I mean. Like, this was the perfect example of how to play him. I used the dash ability to dash into Wukong to kind of narrow down the area where I would be able to throw something. And I can tell you, this game only has made me a much better Enzo player than before. And of course the situation for the enemy is not great with 2 junglers, but we're not going to discuss that. Like, that's not part of the video. It's just about Enzo gameplay. That's what's important, and everything else is not ours to decide, because that's not our concern. So this is basically about me playing Enzo and talking a bit about his abilities and all the stuff that he can get. Really unfortunate that the Hayate gets killed here, but with the dash ability you are able to get out easily. And the long range, and again, you have to play Enzo as you would play Ryoma and all the other heroes that have an extended threat range. Stay out of the normal melee combat and use your range to the fullest, because the longer you are away from enemies, the more damage you will do. So you always try to have some gap between you and the enemies, and that goes for minions as well. And that was the execution that I was talking about. I was throwing the monster, and the next step and the next auto attack killed it, so that there would not have been any reset on the minion camp, and that's the stuff that you want to achieve. So nothing spectacular right here. Krignac is too far away from me, so I can't really do anything against him. My leash is not long enough, or my chain. I mean, I like that concept about chaining people and then just holding them back and trying to get them. She dashes away with her own abilities, so there's not really that much that I can do against it. And Scoot is playing the game of his life. Here comes another Wukong. Looks like he is sort of a bot or something, because that movement was quite strange. It didn't look normal, not realistic. So you can't throw those little fellas. That's something that you should keep in mind, just in case. And yeah, I mean, the more damage you do, the better it gets. And we are still not fully equipped, and we're far away from being fully equipped. So you have to be a little bit careful, because Enzo is quite squishy, and because of his abilities, he has the problem that he needs to be near, and that's the reason why I play the shield rune. And there's not really that much that you can do against it. I was trying a little bit to kind of fight against her, and I think we did an awesome amount of damage, like for the time that we've been playing. But as you see, the main issue is that I haven't been using the shield. The shield was gone from the runes, from the enchantments, so I wasn't able to really do something against them, and I should have gone for the Soulreaver before I would do anything else. That is just a bad mistake that I made throughout the game, and that is build-wise. That has nothing to do with the mechanics. I was just a little bit too confused and too I don't know, like disturbed with other things, so that I did not really pay that much of attention to it. But that's something that you, of course, should do when playing any jungler. That goes for any jungler, not only for Enzo. So here we go. You see the damage. We start to crit finally, because we have just finished the Claves Sancti. I have hooked in him, but there's not really something that I can do with that achievement. Like, there's nothing that's gonna help me here. Zip is rolling in. I could go in and throw her out of the threat range, but then basically the problem would be that Violet is shooting me in the back, and there's nothing that I can do against it. Like, of course there's not something that causes more damage, but yeah, that's just another death that's eventable. And it doesn't really matter, because we're doing a good game here, but of course that was something that we should avoid. Like, for instance, so Kratos has been defeated, of course not from my team, and yep. Scoot is doing really nicely here. So I guess key to success with Enzo is to plan your positioning. Like, usually I say that especially AD carries need to be aware of the positioning. I think that if you're playing Enzo, you have to be a little bit more strategic. And that is just an example of how deadly you can be if you want to. And you have seen in this short animation that I was going into Violet, and I think that is key to success, to go into the enemies and then use your throw to throw them in the direction so that they are divided from their team, and that is, I guess, key to success. But I have to play Enzo a little bit more in order to make it a proof and not only a guess. That was bad. That was super bad. I tried to fight her under the right circumstances, which means that I did not want to fight her in her ult. That is just like a common mistake. Many players do. They fight L'Oreal in her ultimate, and that's like the weirdest stuff that you can actually do. Like, she decreases her cooldown by 50% in her ult. Like, why would you fight someone who has at least one health item, if not for the health runes, the health arcanas? So technically that's something that you should avoid to the fullest, and it's quite easy to set it up. Like, just walk out there and make your team retreat as well, because of course her damage maximizes as soon as you are grouped together in a ult, because her first skill as well as her ult is gonna hit you. So we are just like from the game-wise things, we're just doing damage to some things here. As I did not get the Soulreaver yet, I don't have the additional buffs. Like, I'm stuck on 20 stacks, so that's something that I should avoid in the future. Always go for the first upgrade, then go for the full equipped boots, and after you have done that, go for the finish off your jungle item. That is key to success, and that's my advice for you guys who love to play jungle. Yeah, that's the stuff that I said. It looked pretty bot-like. I don't know if he was like AFK or something. We're gonna see that at the end, but usually they don't go, they don't expose themselves that far. Like, yes, they do strange things. Ultimate, we got him here. That bullet stuff that you get, the Gunslinger thing that you get from the enchantments, I think that's pretty great because you get multiple hits at the same time. And that's basically the Enzo game. Like, there's not really that much the enemy team can do against it. Like, yes, they try to go in for another approach. I do get another kill here, that's nice for the statistics, but otherwise there's not really that much use of it. And we onslaught the game to the end. Need to go out here, and then now we can go in here again. No one wants to be... Oh, just another kill. Okay, fine. I'm on 5 kills right now, and this is the Enzo game that I have been playing and I've been promising you guys before. So hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like that, you have the possibility to hit the subscribe button that I'm gonna apply in very short over on the left hand side. And here we go with the result. That is good. Well deserved MVP. Did a lot of stuff, and everyone gets a thumbs up. I think with the teamwork was quite nice. And yeah, I will do another Enzo video as soon as I get better with him, and then you should hopefully see some improvement because that participation fight is bad. See you guys, have a nice night.